the submissions on the 2nd of October through the CTS. Submissions on 2nd of October. 24th. Sorry. The court, I think, 24th of October. Or they're dated 2nd of October. And filed or 2nd of October and then filed on the 24th of October. Sorry. The submissions were filed. The submissions are dated on in the CTS on the 27th.
My name is Kogi. I appear together with Mr. Mwangi and Mr. Ouma for the National Police. Seeking for an adjournment due to unavailability of the witnesses, and I explained to the court that we had two witnesses who are to come to testify today. That is Mr. Joshua Mutua and Dr. Johansen Odur. We were unable to get Dr. Johansen Odur. As for Mr. Mutua, he has been sent on official duties in Mwingi. Last minute, he called me yesterday night and informed me that he has been sent to Mwingi for an official duty. We have the investigating officer in court, but he cannot testify before the two. So we were making an application for an adjournment due to those reasons. Secondly, on the issue of the application dated 22nd of September 2025 by the NPS, we have done our responses. We have filed a replying affidavit and uploaded it at the CTS. The affidavit is dated 29th of October, together with the submissions dated the 29th of October 2025. So we'll be taking directions on the application and on a new hearing date.
Yes, associate myself, Your Honor, with the sentiments of Mr. McCauley. We were unable to take another date. With regard to the application on date 22nd September, I think there was an oversight that LSK was not served with the SIM. They believe they took a physical copy. So I will peruse it, and where there will be reason to put in a defense, I will. Yes, Your Honor. It was not served upon us.
On our part, Your Honor, we will not be opposed to the adjournment, given the unavailability of witnesses, and with respect to the application dated 22nd September 2025 by the National Police Service, we will be adopting the responses by the state and IPOA.
We are not opposed to the request by the DPP to have the matter adjourned. It comes with the territory that once in a while witnesses may not turn up, and I think it is not an unreasonable request on the part of the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. With respect to our application, Your Honor, we were served by the DPP and the IPOA yesterday with replying affidavits sworn on behalf of their respective institutions, and also submissions. Your Honor, we perused through those submissions and the affidavits, and we've filed our own submissions in answer to those submissions. We've just uploaded them on CTS, Your Honor. Yes, yes. We can avail that. But it's important to point out, Your Honor, I have seen, looking at those affidavits, I note, Your Honor, that there is a terrible mischaracterization of our application by the respondent. I would be asking Your Honor to look at paragraph 10 of the affidavit sworn by the IO in this matter, one Justin Nyatete. That affidavit, Your Honor, has two paragraphs, 10 and paragraph 11. It's the first one. It's the first paragraph 10 of that affidavit.
Your Honor, sorry to interject, but get directions whether we are proceeding with the...
No, we are not arguing. I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing.
Okay.
I'm not... I was just going to draw the attention of the court to the deposition of Mr. Nyatete in paragraph 10, and to note, Your Honor, that the issue being raised by NPS is really an issue between NPS and the court. In that paragraph, Your Honor, the witness deposes that the objection was not regarding the production of the original registers. The only concern as recorded. I will be asking the court, as you consider your ruling, to check whether the record reflects what paragraph 10 shows, because we think and take the view that it affirms the position we have taken in our application. We are raising. We have written to the court a letter dated 28th of October. My learned friends will be receiving their respective copies. And having taken instructions from our clients, we do not agree with the DPP that we have 3 remaining witnesses. We've set out in our letter that there are much more witnesses which the court will need to have them testify before the court, because they have relevant material which will be of use to the court. We believe, Your Honor, that the best we can do to the family of the deceased in these proceedings is to do justice for them by ensuring that no stone is left unturned when it comes to an inquiry into the circumstances of his death. And so, Your Honor, we will be asking that all the witnesses we've set out in that letter be availed in court, some of whom recorded statements with IPOA, and we do not understand why they are suddenly avoiding to call them to court. Some of them are quite relevant, Your Honor. They recorded very useful statements in securing justice for the family of the late Rex Masai. We insist, Your Honor, that as many witnesses as are possible to achieve justice should be available. Thank you.
Response, or rather the replying affidavit through the CTS, we realized this morning that the one that is in the CTS has not been commissioned, and that is why we have supplied the court with a copy that has been commissioned. Now, the hard copy has been commissioned. We have noted that it has been raised as an issue in the written submission, but we want to set the record straight. Secondly, on the issue of secondly, I'm glad that my senior has raised an issue via letter. We have not seen the letter, and we also do not intend to leave any stone unturned. Earlier on, when we were starting these proceedings, we had requested the DIG to come and testify. He's also a very crucial witness in terms of some documents that we wanted from the NPS. We have not seen him send a representative. So if that is the way they want to go, we'll be insisting that the DIG to come also and shed light on some questions that we'd like to pose to him, so that all witnesses also come before this court.
They don't see this. But we can avail a copy in another 10 or so minutes. Be availed. I believe IPOA can always ask him to record a statement with them and they can avail. Your Honor, we will, depending on whatever document we need, the NPS will cause the relevant officer who has custody of that document to come.
We have summoned the DIA offices very many times in relation to this matter. He has failed to appear at our offices for statement recording. That's why we summoned him, because of a letter that he did to IPOA. That was the basis for us summoning him to court, but he failed to come. So we know counsel is saying that we can summon him, yet once we do, he will not appear at our offices. If the court can compel him to appear at IPOA, then we'll really appreciate it, because he does not honor summons from IPOA.
Your Honor, at the risk of repeating myself, the analysis of a witness is dependent on the documentation who has custody of that particular document. We are not aware of any summonses which require the DIG or the IG to avail themselves. I have been informed by the IG's rep, who is in court, that whatever IPOA has requested has been availed, if it is available. I understand they are looking for a document which does not exist.
In this case, the IJM represents the interests of the family of the deceased, Your Honor. Came today very well dressed to have the matter finished, and we have explained to them that we will not be able to terminate today because our witnesses are not present. But Your Honor, while here and hearing that there is a certain list somewhere of persons who are supposed to come before you as witnesses, on behalf of the family, we are objecting, not because we don't want to aid the cause of justice, but because we have come so far and we have had, and the prosecution had supplied us with list of witnesses from the start of this case, and we had our first year anniversary. And even then, no other witnesses had been proposed to be added. We are objecting, Your Honor, because we are looking at it as delay, as a delay tactic, because should we have finished today, then the owners would have been back to you for a determination in this matter. I am of the opinion that this delay is to delay the determination of this matter. We'll be objecting to it. I have conferred with my able senior from LSK, who's present now with us, and that remains our position as the LSK.
National Justice Mission, I fully associate myself with the sentiments of Malanet Senior Mr. Chege, that this would be a delayed tactic, Your Honor, and we should perhaps, and further, we have not even been served with this particular letter. So this, in our view, is also a delayed tactic, and we would be objecting vehemently to this.
My name is Ms. Nicholas, from the Law Society of Kenya. We commenced the matter with you, but I was a bit dispensed for the whole year because of illness. I'm back. And indeed, from the Law Society, we have not received any service of a letter, any service of submission or anything. And this is trial by ambush. They knew very well that we were supposed to dispense with this matter today. It is not the first time they are appearing before this court. And we do not understand the theatrics that they are trying to play when we want to finish the matter is when they want to introduce new witnesses. So we pray with all humility that this court considers justice delayed is justice denied. Thank you, Your Honor.
My part. The list shared with us by IPOA has 8 witnesses who have not testified. Why are they shouting out those? One of whom is a witness who says, I was working with Rex Masai in that hateful video. That he can identify himself in the footage which we have seen. How can he be called to come and testify? How will it run? If we are searching for the truth. Your Honor, the NPS strongly objects to a design which has been orchestrated by IPOA for a cover-up. And probably I should take the opportunity to inform IPOA that there is no prosecution here. We are searching for the accused. There's no accused. There's no prosecutor. There's no magistrate, in fact. There is an inquiry. It's an inquest. We are looking for the truth. Every single person who interacted with that situation is a necessary witness in these proceedings, and they must be called.
Your Honor, it is, maybe I should say this. Some of the witnesses that they are referring to have already been called. And some of those witnesses, summons are already even in the court file. If NPS looks at the court file, they'll find that even the witness that they are referring to, who was with Rex Masai on the fateful day, had been called and is a crucial witness. We do agree with that. And summons have already been called. In fact, we were short of asking for arrest warrants, but we were unable to get it. We are actually unable to get it. But if he feels that there are witnesses that we have left out, and let him come and say this and this witness has not come, and yet we feel that he's a crucial witness because we are all trying to find out the truth. And on our part, we have said that the DIG is also a person of interest. We also want him also because he had been summoned, he has not come, so we also want him to come and shed some light on some issues.
You're the ones to call the witnesses.
No, not in this context, Your Honor.
Yes.
It's an inquest. You actually, and all we need to do is to show you the relevance of a particular witness, and you
Yes.
can summarize. Because it's an inquest, and I think I can avail material from the argument showing the role of a court.
I know.
Because at the end of the day, what you give us is an
Just,
opinion.
that's why I want Mr. Makori.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes, we can agree.
We can confirm.
Yes,
He
that is-
can tell us which witnesses
Yes.
that he feels that they want to come. We can also do the same.
Mhm.
And then if we are in agreement, we can proceed.
Okay.
If the list is...
Before I give any directions, can I give you time? Right away. I can give you. How long will you require? 20 minutes? 10 is okay?
Yes.
It's now 2:41. Let me give you, I'll be back by 3. By 3, before I go further. Yes.
Agreeing on the list.
So you need more time?
I think in the next 5 minutes, the seniors will have agreed on the list.
Okay.
Which you presented our names.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what you do, just inform my court assistant, and then he'll tell me as soon as you're ready.
Agree. Yes, Your Honor, it appears we are unable to agree on the witnesses to be called. And this is because the witnesses who are being proposed to be called most of them are not in the list of witnesses. So this means that we are taking back the matter back to investigation. We had thought that we were to agree on the witnesses who have not been called and who are in the list. Unfortunately, we have now been told that the list that we are being given are, some of them are in the list, but they are being recalled. They want to recall, which we have no problem with it. But some of them, or rather most, these other witnesses that we are being told to avail before the court, we will not be able to, we have not been shown the relevance. So for me, from our part, the only person that we were to ask for is George Ndikas, who is in the list. And maybe if they were to recall, we were to only recall the sub-county commander, those two. I do not, we had proposed some names, but the sub-county commander, Doris Mugambi. Kill Mugambi. Yes, those are the only ones who are in the list, our list of witnesses. As for the other side, they will say the ones that they want to recall. But from our part, those are the ones we probably would want to recall. Earlier on, we had said that we also want the DIG, Mr. Eliud Lagat, to come, but we do not feel that he needs to. We do not want to prolong and to make these circus. We only want justice. So we'll only stand by those two. One for recalling, one for the NPS to come and assist us in getting.
I thought we had agreed on a list of around 18 or so witnesses. Your Honor, we have, as I indicated earlier, we have penned a letter to the court. That letter is self-explanatory. Witnesses, we wish to have their testimony recorded by the court. It sets out the justification why those witnesses ought to testify for the sake of truth and justice. We will ask Your Honor to look at that letter. Possibly you can give us your directions on that letter and the contents thereof. It is our submission, Your Honor, that there are significant gaps in the story which has been told by the DPP through the witnesses who testified. And ours is just to, through those witnesses, close the gaps so that the truth may be achieved. But on our part, Your Honor, we think and we take the view that there are at least 3 crucial witnesses we would want to have them recalled if they have testified. The first one is one Lawrence Machira from Bliss Hospital. Yes, Lawrence Machira. From Bliss Hospital. Lawrence Machira, or Machira, from Bliss Hospital. Yes, I was told he testified. I was not aware that he had testified. But your court clerk, Your Honor, is shaking his head to confirm that he has not testified. So yeah. We would want to have him testify. He's the one who received, it's probably the last person who saw Rex alive. How can he not be called? Your Honor, we also think that there was extensive reference to a bullet whose splinters was found at International Lifehouse. Your Honor, we need the occupant of the building where that splinter was collected from. He has something to tell, Your Honor. A damaged bullet. If you remember the testimony of the gentleman from DCI, I can't remember his name. Who said that a splinter of a bullet, which was subjected to ballistics, was collected from International Lifehouse. We need the occupant of that space, and we are willing, Your Honor, to go and avail, to spend our investigatory capabilities to collect that material and avail to the court. Your Honor, there are 3 other IPOA witnesses who have not testified,
I will avail their names, Your Honor. We have their statements, and I can confirm from the record that he has not testified. Lastly, Your Honor, I've looked at the act establishing IPOA. I have looked at the mandate of the Director of Public Prosecutions. I have taken instructions from my client on this particular inquest. And Your Honor, our client takes the strong view that the mandate of IPOA kicks in when information has been confirmed that there is misconduct by a police officer. Someone has to form the view that whatever incident has taken place involves a police officer. I note, Your Honor, that the request to IPOA by the Director of Public Prosecutions to investigate this matter was made on 21st June 2024, which was barely 12 hours after the incident had occurred. It is clear to us, Your Honor, that a view was formed that this particular death must have been caused by a police officer. That view was formed by the DPP. I do not know how my learned friend, Mr. Makori, intends to explain away that view which was formed, which has resulted in this, he has called it a circus. It's a circus which was created by the DPP, because they formed the view that it is a police officer barely 12 hours after the incident, and then they said go for an inquest. If they knew it was a police officer, they should simply have gone straight for the person who committed it, if they knew. Otherwise, we need all stones to be turned, whether they are police officers or civilians. That's why we are in this situation, what he calls a circus. It's a circus created by the DPP. Had he let the investigation to be objective and open-ended, everyone would have brought material on this death, unfortunate death. So, Your Honor, at some point, we would have to cause an officer from the DPP to take the stand, whether it's the DPP himself or Mr. Makori. Because they have to explain away that decision. How did they arrive 12 hours after the incident occurred that it's a police officer? How did they arrive at that? We forwarded a police file to them. Up to date, we've not received a reply from them. They must also explain that. Thank you, Your Yes. Yes. in addition to Mr. George Ndikas, whom they admit they are ready to apply to have him to come.
That these proceedings are a circus, or what my colleague wants to term it. But what I want to say is, when we went outside to agree on the list, I realized that some of the proposed witnesses to be called here are not part of the people that were interviewed, and they are not part of the list of witnesses, and that is why I started by saying we do not want to reopen investigations by calling people who are not part of the witness list, because I realized that the NPS was calling for the DPP to come to court, and that is why I said that fine, we can also leave the DIG, because what we wanted him to come and say has already been said by another person, and that is why I referred to. I do not want to turn the proceedings into a circus. Now, on the issue of the three IPOA witnesses, we have not been given the names because we do have two of them who are yet to testify, so I don't know whether they are the ones, because we already have two. And Dickens, we have already asked for summons. We can call Dr. Lawrence Mashira, we are in agreement, and we can also call the occupant of the building. As for George Dickens, because we have Dr. Lawrence Mashira, that is from Bliss, or a representative from Bliss Hospital. Not necessarily him, but a representative. So those ones we are in agreement. From Bliss Hospital, yes. Building where the bullet fragments were found. And we have three IPOA. We have not been told who the three are. We already have two who have not testified. That is Joshua Mutai and Mr. Nyatete, the IO. So we don't know whether they are the ones they are referring to or there are other three. We do not know. We have not been given the names. But we will bring them once we get the names. We will bring. We are in agreement. Yes. Yes. George Ndikas. Yes.
Who is crucial, but you have not been able to get him.
And we were asking for the assistance.
Okay.
NPS to
So, in essence, you have agreed.
We have agreed. The
Okay.
only issue is about the.
You know, that the reason why I'm saying that is I'm here. I'll listen
Yes.
to any witness that is available before this court.
Other than the two that we said,
Yes.
George Dickens and the Doris Mukiri.
Yes.
Gambi,
Yes.
we had one Mr. Meshach Gitonga
Yes.
and another a journalist called Dominic Wanjala.
Yeah.
Those two.
So-
Meshach Gitonga.
So I just want to write all of them.
Yes.
Yeah. So that we are on the same page. So, George Ndikas.
Yes, Dikas. Then we have
Lawrence.
Dr. Lawrence Mashira.
Bliss Hospital.
Mashira. Then we have the occupant of the building in International Lifehouse.
The occupant of the space. International.
Then we have three IPOA witnesses.
So-
now those three we have not been given the names.
So I'll just indicate here 3
IPOA
IPOA witnesses.
witnesses.
Yes.
Then we have Meshach Gitonga, the police officer.
That's all.
I had Mr. Ekisa at the DCI.
Mr. Mr. Ekisa.
He's already testified, but he just need to clarify something.
Any objection to that?
I mean,
We were trying to agree. We don't recall the sub-county commander, that is Doris Mukiri, because they are, so that they cannot also recall Ekisa. Because now if they recall Ekisa, then we'll have to also recall Doris.
there's no problem.
So,
Doris has already been recalled.
so this is a second recall.
This is now the third time she is coming to testify.
We are searching for it.
So I just want to, I'm putting here
Yes.
the list so that,
So at least I want Mr. Ekisa. If you want Doris, it's upon you.
okay.
We still want Doris if Ekisa is coming.
The full names for Ekisa?
Tiberius Ekisa.
T?
Tiberius or Tiberius Ekisa.
T-I-B-E-R-I-U-S
Yes.
Ekisa.
US.
Tiberius of Ekisa and Doris Mukiri Mugambi. Those are the names that
So this one, Doris Mukiri, is a recall.
Mugambi, yes.
So just,
I reserve the right to call someone from the DPP, so that's what the DPP said. If
You-
he was to.
so George Ndikas, Lawrence Mashira from Bliss, the occupant of the space at International Lifehouse, the three IPOA witnesses, Mesha Gitonga, Dominic Mutua, Wanjala, Ekisa Tiberius, and Doris. So from the look is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 3. So we have 10 remaining witnesses, according to this list.
It appears we now have to.
With a reservation. I think it's important.
Okay. So thank you for at least coming to an agreement on that. So I think I'll now go back to the application. And I recall Mr. Mwangi Chege, you're the one who had indicated you had not filed anything.
Yes, Your Honor, indeed it is true. We had not been served. Just confirmed, and we called the LSK office. Indeed, they did just.
Okay. But you can download the items from
Yes.
documents from the CTS.
Yes.
How many days? How many days do you need so that I can give directions before?
So, Your Honor, we confirmed that we can do it in 14 days.
So. So you'll file and serve all the parties within 14 days.
Yes. Your Honor, maybe when I'm still on my feet.
Just a minute, I'm trying to get something. To file and serve a response to the application dated 22nd of September 2025. Also, they are at liberty to file submissions if they so wish. Yes, that is all. So, yes.
I want to just interject something on that issue.
Mm.
I just wanted to echo before this court, Your Honor, the important role of the victim in actively participating in the proceedings, so that they don't assume it is about watching. So we shall be fighting parties.
Okay.
Is quoted in the case of Joseph and Hicks, Waswa versus Buchanan. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes. IPOA. Since the LSK are yet to file a response, I'll give a mention date, and the mention will be virtual. This is just to confirm whether they have filed their submissions. So it will be a virtual mention, and thereafter I'll give a ruling date. So 14 days. Can I give you 12 days so that you file your submissions on 11th of November? Confirm on 11th of November. 11th of November. Virtual. It's a virtual mention. Yes. So mention on 11th of November. It will be virtual and it will be at 2 p.m. since I have other matters in the morning. Give a hearing date on the same date after the mention. I can now give hearing dates. Taking into account we have 10 more witnesses. So after the mention, I'll give a ruling date, and then I'll give further directions on the same date. That's okay? That's okay? So mention on 11th of November, virtually at 2 p.m. Thank you. Okay. You can adjourn.